Hi, I would like to share with you a bit of scripture from Deuteronomy chapter 17. I feel this is an important piece of scripture that needs to be spoken spoken aloud about, and just because we're like about a month away from American election of the next president. I mean, Deuteronomy chapter 17, starting with verse 14. When you are come unto the land which the Lord your God gives you, and shall possess it, and shall dwell in and there, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are before me. You shall in any wise set him king over you, whom the Lord your God shall choose. One from among your brethren shall you set king over you. You may not set a stranger over you, which is not your brother. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as the Lord has said unto you, you shall henceforth return no more that way. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sits upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes, to do them, that his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel. Now, those scriptures right there are talking about God's laws for a king, particularly a king over Israel. That when people of Israel want to set a king over themselves, they should set a king over themselves that is of their own brethren, not of a stranger, and 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 law and and the law says he should not multiply horses to himself, or cause people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as the Lord has sent unto you, shall henceforth return no more that way. God did not want his people Israel to return to Egypt, and did not want them to multiply horses. Basically, because nations that were surrounding Israel depended upon horses for military might, and goes on to say that you should not neither shall that king multiply wives for himself, that his heart turn not away, and neither shall he multiply himself silver and gold. I mean, this is not multiplying wives to himself. I mean, basically that the king will not turn his heart away from God, and not multiply silver and gold. I mean, like to the end that not not the king not be dependent upon his own wealth, like the kings of nations around them. I mean, and important. And it shall be, when he sits upon the throne of his kingdom, that shall write him a copy of this law in the book out of that which is before the priest Levites, and it shall be with him, and shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of this law and the statutes, to do them. I mean, I think it's very important for leaders of leaders of all nations to have a copy of God's law, so that they may read God's law, study it, and learn to do after God's law. I mean, and keep it, that and to the end that his heart would be not lifted up above his brethren, that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, that to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel. I mean, it's good. It's good that good for kings and of course leaders of nations to obey God's law, so that their days may be prolonged, and also the days of their kingdoms and their children. I know that presidential terms last 4 years, and currently they can only serve like 2 terms of 4 years each. Of course, Donald Trump wants to do away with that so he can install himself as president for life. But I think it's important that kings take to this role. Kings, leaders, presidents, whatever, take to these roles, that they don't multiply horses to themselves, and it's, like if you interpret it for a modern audience, like don't multiply tanks and air jet fighters and vehicles of war, that they don't multiply wives to themselves. We see this problem in Scripture, where kings multiplied wives to themselves. David had a dozen or so wives, and he had problems with his family. One son wanted to ravish his sister, his half sister. Another brother killed that half brother. That same brother wanted to take over the kingdom for himself, and and then another half brother wants to take over the kingdom. Take it away from the half brother that was who would have the legal right to take the kingdom, to take over the kingdom, which was Solomon. And of course, King Solomon's multiple wives turned his heart away from God, and he started worshiping idols, and that's why in the New Testament, one of the qualifications for being a bishop, an overseer, an elder, or even pastor is basically that person must be the husband of one wife. There is no multiple wives for people who want to be bishops or overseers or elders or pastors or even deacons. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share with you in this video. So have a good day, and may God bless you.